Hey, so I'm home now and I was looking over the videos I recorded today and I realized, oh, I'm gonna get into more detail about what day 2 of cleaning up my classroom looked like, and then I never actually went into that detail when I made my next video. Basically, I took apart the math cabinet and I took apart the library area. I had so many books that were left in the classroom. People put books outside my room who knew I was moving from 4th to 1st. And so I spent probably 4 hours between the two items. And like I said, I had to leave my building really quickly because the secretary came in and said, hey, we're closing in 10 minutes. And I had all of these things all around me on the floor. And so I cleaned it up real quick, didn't get to take a video, which is what my plan was to show everything that I had done. So that's kind of just the gist. Was I cleaned the math cabinet, I started sorting the library. So I'll just throw in some pictures real quick of what that looks like, and that will be my footage for day 2. Hi there, it is Monday. This is technically day 3 of putting my room together. It is an absolute mess. I didn't really get any videos on day 2 because I ran out of time. Like, I didn't know I had to leave my building by 3. And so here's the mess that I left. I was taking apart this math cabinet that I talked about in my last video. And granted, it does look a lot better. There's still some work to be done. These are manipulatives from previous curriculums that I'm probably going to toss. And then because I have no self-control, all of these things just came out of my car to go in my classroom. So most of these are Target items or books that I have to put into this library, which is another big thing I did on day 2, and I'll go more into detail about that. But I have a lot of work cut out for me as I try to figure out what to do with a lot of these things. So I will check back in soon. All right, so I got a lot done in the last 4-ish hours since I made my previous video. My room is still a mess. Background is that I have an entire 4th grade library that I bought through like Scholastic Book Points. I had gotten some through a foundation called the Book Fairies. And so I have hundreds of chapter books that are way too difficult for 1st graders, especially for 1st graders that lost 3 months of kindergarten instruction. So that's what the giant cardboard boxes and random bookcases about that you're gonna see in a moment. But so this is from my door. So I have this still here. I like this here because it's going to stop students from running into the room. So I had 4th graders last year that used to run a lot. So we have just, this says PTO, but we almost never use anything for the PTO here. We just put it in their actual mailbox. It's not like they come around and collect. So I'm keeping just some signs, a class list, my morning sign when they have to find me outside, if that's even a thing anymore. All right, so these are all 4th grade books. The back fell off, not talking about it. So these are Sterilite containers here. Because my kids have tables, I'm thinking that I'm going to get a few more and put one at each table. And then they can keep folders, notebooks, workbooks, however that might go. I'm not sure yet, just depending on what it looks like with COVID. These I'm sure you guys have seen before. They're the photo albums that I put task cards in, but I'm going to start swapping out all of my 4th grade stuff that are in them and move it over to like phonics, sight words, and what have you. All right, so not too much has changed over here. I did put this sign up and this sign that says 10 things that require 0 talent. I did unpack a lot of my stuff from my Target haul. So these signs here are all from Target. That stuff is there from last time. So I moved the bookcase, this little black one here. This is something I bought last year. It was in that back corner. I brought it over here so I can keep my small group stuff over here. Now, I normally keep them in the drawers here. However, maybe this is something I'll like more, or I can just keep more supplies here for small groups and still keep the weekly readers that my students read in the drawers, depending on what group they're in. I also found this whiteboard, so I'm hoping that these command hooks are strong enough to hold it up. We'll see. If it falls down, that would be kind of funny. I did reorganize some of these cabinets, but really the biggest change is that all of our weekly vocabulary cards, we have picture vocabulary cards, those are now in bags. Here's all the curriculum. There's other things up there. My second drawer, so all of those vocab cards were up here. Now they're not. All of my math is here. And I don't think anything changed about this one. No, I put the trays here. They were here, and I put them up here. That's not really a big change. I don't know if I'm even going to use these books, though, because they're supplemental to the instruction, but it's a lot to look at. So something else that's new is I just did a lot of decor today. So this is my Wonders Focus wall. Signs from Target last year. This calendar looks really pitiful right now because 1, it's empty, 2, it's bent from the packaging. I'm hoping it will get better. I put Christmas lights around my Promethean board, and I'm wondering if the tape will stay. I threw that poster up there because I think maybe anchor charts will go here. I don't really know yet because I don't know what first grade looks like. I have this big open wall, and I took this from the hallway. It was in my room on the first day, then I got rid of it, put it in the hallway, but luckily no one took it, so I brought it back. I figure it covers the back of my desk, and I saw this really great Cricut project that I want to make, and it has book characters and rainbow writing and a quote, so I'm going to put that there. I don't really know how I'll use it though, just because our reading curriculum is really strict about what we read, but I'll figure something out. Still have not put the labels on here. Still not have moved the birthday chart. I did put this sign up. It looks really small in this video, but it is legal size, so it's 11 by 17. But it's my Bitmoji sign about when they can interrupt me, which is basically never. This is just about the same. Now, my library is now updated. It has labels. Some of the bins still need labels because one of my coworkers was so nice to give me 2 cardboard boxes full of books. And so I have to figure out new labels. And now what I'm going to do is, so here's the name, here's the image. I'm going to put a little circle right here that matches the logo so I can quickly just thumb through, or I guess finger through because I'm not using my thumbs, and make sure they're in the right bin. I did move our iPads over here. I'm hoping this is an okay height for 6-year-olds. There's even more books down here. And the math cart is looking a lot better. I did put our jobs here. So this will be completed when my Cricut is no longer broken. But I'm going to have little Velcro dots with their names on little rounded rectangles, and it'll tell me who has what. And yes, this spot would bother me, except I'm going to put a little pocket there of the students who don't have a job and swap them out weekly. These are the weekly readers I was talking about. I don't really like that they're on the opposite side of the room. So it's most likely going to be that I take whichever milk crate I need and just put it over by my table for the 2 units, because I have 2 units per crate. I did put this sign up. I got it from the Target Dollar Spot. This I got from Lakeshore. Pillows are the same. Now, the laptops were on this table here, and my literacy coach said that maybe the previous teacher was using them for centers. I don't know how I'm going to use them because I thought the iPads would be for centers, but who knows. I cleaned on top of this. It brings me so much joy because this was disgusting up here. I am sad to share though that the pencil sharpener was dead, so I had to throw it out. Anyway, I did throw up this Kid President quote that says, "Be somebody who makes everybody feel like a somebody." This is our number corner calendar. I don't know if we're going to even do August, so I haven't put the cards in. I don't even know what teaching looks like, really. I put some of my flexible seating options here. This is the rest of my 4th grade library. Oh, and more flexible seating here. And now on a tangent, but I have 6 tables with 4 kids at each. I only have 19 kids, which I'm very fortunate. That number will probably change by the time it's winter time and, students are moving, what have you. but I wish I could just get rid of this table, you know, temporarily then, and put this there, but I don't see that happening. I put my easel here. I feel like having an easel is a requirement as a primary teacher, except I can never just find a place to put it that doesn't make it feel like it's a monstrosity, but who knows. And then these I'm going to make mailboxes. I'm thinking about spray painting it black, haven't decided, but I do know that I'm going to pull off all of these student labels and put little binder clips here, and when my Cricut, again, is not broken, number all the binder clips for the kids to put their stuff in here and just grab it on their way to lining up, or packing up, I should say. And one small thing that I did in my last classroom that I have to do here is put numbers on the hooks. I don't want to go take them out of my last classroom because there's a new teacher in there and she's setting up, and I don't want to throw off her mojo, and maybe she really wants those, and they're like this big, so it's really not a big deal. But I've been here almost 5 hours, or it's 2:12, so yeah, I have been here 5 hours. I have 45 more minutes until I have to leave the building and they lock it. So I am going to now go count how many books are in each bin so that I can make the appropriate amount of circle labels. I have a circle cutter coming tomorrow, but it finally feels like this room is coming together. I just have to do some just like quick personal things and figure out where to put all of those chapter books, because that part's kind of overwhelming. I don't have room in my apartment for them, or if I do have room, I'd have to be really cramped for a bit in my closets. But anyway, I am now on a tangent. I'm gonna go count those books, and I'll do one last pan over to put at the end. Bye.